Hola familia, it's Alex. Thank you guys so much for tuning in today. As you guys can see, I'm doing my get ready with me. It is 6 a.m. my time, so my throat's a little bit out there. I just took a quick shower real quick and I'm trying to wake myself up. All I did was my brows because they just take a little bit, just get them done and over with. I'm going to do my whole face. One of you guys have requested to me to switch it up and sometimes do my full face, sometimes just do the eyeshadow and the face product. So that's what I'm going to do today. On Insta Stories, I asked you guys if you wanted to pick the palette that I used on camera, like I just randomize it, or allow you guys to pick out of 4. And it was literally split 50-50. There was like not one person more than the other on one side. So I'm going to alternate. So today we're going to randomize it and I'm going to put in the amount of palettes that I have. Okay, so let's randomize it on camera. Oop. Oh, I didn't know I could do that. 335. The Makeup Forever Artist Shadow 1. So let me see which one that is because I think they're all the same. It's a neutral palette, you guys. Shocker. So let me go get it. Okay, so here's the palette. Yeah, never been used, but it's beautiful. You guys know that I like all of my stuff. So we're gonna prime our eyes and I'll try to remember to put everything in the description box of what I use if you are interested. I'm like almost done with this primer. Very proud of myself for that. So how are you guys doing? Don't mind me if I'm a little bit like, I'm trying to wake up. Mr. Man already left for work. So I figured let me take advantage and get up early and film for you guys. So that's what I'm doing today. I do have a few things I do want to talk to you guys about after I did my very first video. So I figured let me do it. All right, let's start out. I don't know what's matte and what's not because it's more like a satin. So we're just gonna roll with it. All right, you guys, so first things first. Not that any of you guys really, but I just wanted to make it clear because I don't want you guys to think I'm either being insensitive or inconsiderate or don't care. But I want to let you guys know that I made this series because I wanted to just chit chat with you guys. And what that means is basically like me sharing my stuff on my everyday life, whether that is my kids, my family life, my eating habits, if I am working out, not working out, we're going places, doing things to the house, my car breaking down, you know, the usual everyday life that I don't mind sharing with you guys. And I understand that some things may be sensitive to others, but the thing is, I'm not, if I am doing this series, it's because I want to share with you guys, and I'm not trying to say anything or tell you guys anything about my life to be rude, to not think about other people's feelings, to not consider other people's lives, because if that's the case, if I'm constantly doing that, then why am I even doing this series? And basically what I'm trying to say is the trigger warning. I feel like I can't, and nobody can do this kind of series without having to put a trigger warning. And this is the trigger warning that I'm warning you guys about for the rest of this series that I continue to do this. I am not going to sit here and constantly say, trigger warning, I'm going to talk about food. Trigger warning, I'm going to talk about kids. Trigger warning, I'm going to talk about being married. Trigger warning, I'm going to talk about in-laws. Like, you guys, again, I'm not bringing anything up because I'm trying to be insensitive or I'm trying to offend anyone. I'm just talking to you guys because I'm talking to you guys as friends. And if I'm talking to my friends, I'm talking to my friends. So if I say anything that offends you, fast forward. And I don't mean like offend you, but like that triggers you, whether you're going through something and it just fast forward. Or if you feel like that it's very sensitive topics for you whenever I do these, don't watch this series. I'm not going to sit here and put a trigger warning on the screen or tell you guys, oh, trigger warning, I'm going to talk about kids. If you lost a child, just fair warning. Like, you know what I mean? You should know. You're an adult and you should know what affects you and what doesn't affect you is what I'm getting at. And I myself, whenever I watch videos, know my limits. And if I feel like something's going to offend me, I don't watch it. Now, with that said, I'm telling you, I'm not going to sit here and talk to you guys about violence or abuse or anything dark and deep, because that's not my personality anyway. I'm not here trying to, preach to you guys about anything, politics, like none of that. I'm not going to talk to you guys about. This is just a therapy session. That's what I call this series, a tutorial therapy session. And that's what it is. Me just talking to you guys talking back to me in the comment section about anything that I talk to you guys about. And if I do talk about my weight, if I do talk about workouts, if I do talk about food, if I do talk about my kids, if I do talk about a dog or anything that may trigger anything in your personal life, you have the option of fast forwarding or not watching this series if you feel like it's gonna be something that'll trigger you. I will do the best that I can to put things that are the main points in the title of these Get Ready With Me's, like I did last time. Last time I talked about my weight, or not generally my weight, but like weight and food relationship that I had, and I put it on the title. I don't know how much more clear I could put it, but I put it on the title for anybody that didn't want to hear about it, didn't have to click. And I also went out of my way to make this series on the weekend, not during my normal upload schedule. So then if you did not want to see this during my 3 days a week during the week, you didn't have to. This is a bonus video. So it's not like it's taking place of a video that I typically would do anyway. So I just wanted to make that clear. You guys, I'm sure you guys know, because I'm putting an example. I know that I fall for eyeshadow palettes rather easily. And I know if I watch somebody who constantly hauls, it's going to affect me. Look at that. It's going to affect me. So I don't watch people that constantly haul. I understand that. Maybe 1 or 2 videos I'll watch of someone, but other than that, I don't. I don't constantly watch haul videos. That's me taking initiative and a step forward to whatever it is that I'm working on. And that's the same thing here. If you feel like I'm going to say something that's going to affect you or bother you or because you're going through something in your life, that's understandable. But you can't expect somebody to completely censor out life because it's affecting you. You have to take that step and do it yourself for yourself. So that's the only trigger warning you're going to hear out of this series. I will do my best to put it up on the screen or put it up on the title so that you guys know what I'm going to be talking about, what it is that I am going through. So if you guys don't want to hear it, don't care to hear about it, you don't have to click on this video. You can just move on and maybe watch one of my makeup videos. I want this to be a series where I can talk about whatever it is that I want. Well, obviously within reason. I'm not going to talk to you guys, like I said, about like dark, deep stuff like violence and abuse and, politics and what's going on in the world. Like, this is supposed to be a distraction from your everyday life. So I'm not going to do that here. This look went really deep and dark, didn't it? And this palette does have a lot of fallout. I don't remember it being this fally outy. So that's one of the main things I wanted to talk to you guys about. And not that anybody said anything last time, but I noticed that whenever I watch somebody else's Get Ready With Me, I always notice that there's somebody out there that says, oh, well, you shouldn't say numbers, or you shouldn't talk about that because people are going through it. Like, I am a viewer. and I have to take responsibility for myself when I watch other people's videos, and everyone else should as well. You can't put it all on the creator. The creator is talking, I'm literally talking to a camera. So I kind of know you, some of you, but I really don't know you personally, and vice versa. If I'm talking to a personal friend, then obviously I know their personal journey, and if something does trigger them, obviously I wouldn't bring it up. But I can't know thousands of you that are watching this, or hundreds of you, how many people watch this video. So you gotta understand that. You gotta, as a viewer, it's in your hands. You are in charge of what you're putting in front of your face to watch. And you can't always put it on the actual content creator, unless the content creator is purposely trying to manipulate you or get you to watch something you shouldn't be watching. That's all I'm saying about that. That's all I'm saying about that. All right, that's what I'm going to do on my eyes, because I think I'm going to do something else when I'm done my face. So I'm going to do my face now. So anyway, now that that's what do you call it? That's out of the way. I've already discussed that. I'm not discussing that ever again, unless I get a million people down in the comment section telling me otherwise. As you guys are watching this, spring break has started for the kids. Such a relief, you guys. I need a break. Our district has kids going 5 days a week. If you are already going to school, like we had two options, whether you wanted to send your kid to school or you wanted to keep them home. We kept ours home because we didn't know. So now that everything's getting better in our area, I can't say with the rest of the world, but with our area, we are able to go, the kids are going to school 5 days a week, half days, if you are already going to school. And if you are at home, you have the option of putting your child back in, but they have to first see if they have space, and then it won't happen till the last marking period, which is like mid-April. But your child has to change all to new teachers. So for the last 6 weeks of school, my kids would get all new teachers after they've been with the same teachers this whole entire year. So we opted to just keep them home, because especially with my son, he's so small, like he's just beginning school, so he's so tiny that it would probably affect him. My nose, of course. Every time I do my makeup, my nose itches. So we didn't want to interrupt that. So I'm going to suck it up for the rest of the year and be home with them. I don't mind having my kids at home. Sorry, I'm just looking in the mirror here. But it's getting more difficult as the year has gone, because my son gets comfortable with me being home. So he's fooling around a lot more. So it's a lot harder on me. Not to mention, I still have little miss who wants to play basically all day. She has so much energy, you guys. Seriously. Like, people think we kid around when we say our kids have a lot of energy, and they're like, oh, every kid has energy. And then they see our kids, and then they're like, yeah, your kids definitely have a lot more energy. Like, I promise you guys, if you see my kids, you would be like, yeah, that's a lot of energy. My kids really do have a lot of energy. It's exhausting sometimes, but it makes for good stories. And let me tell you, they're great travel buddies, because they're so active that they can actually keep up. I'll put it to you like this. My youngest is not in school yet. She can walk 2 miles and more without asking to sit down, without saying that she's tired, without complaining, without asking to be held. She will do the 2+ miles, come back home, and still be outside and play. That's how much energy my kids have. That's just one kid. Imagine all 3. So we try to wear them out as much as possible, which means I get worn out. Yeah. If you guys notice, I don't put any foundation on my forehead. I'm noticing I'm getting breakouts here. So something is breaking me out. So I'm trying to wean out things. But something is telling me that it's this. It's my brow gel. For some reason, I have a feeling it's my brow gel that's doing it. because I've already eliminated my foundation, any face product, even powder. I don't do anything up there, and I've been not doing it for weeks, and I still have the redness there. It's like redness with a very, very tiny bumps. And whenever a product isn't sitting well with my skin, that's what I always break out right there. But it's not like actual breakouts, it's just like little red bumps. But I think I narrowed it down this morning to my brow gel. So I might have to go buy a new brow gel and debunk that theory and see if it is my brow gel that's doing that to my skin, because I've already done everything, did away with everything else. Foundation, primers, my face illuminators, bronzer, powder. I've done away with everything and it's still red. So I think it is my brow gel. So anyway, we're going to try to do a few things during spring break. We've been sitting at home, and it can be daunting, and I understand why we're at home, but you got to start living life at some point. So since we're always home, we decided that we are going to take the kids out to the zoo and the aquarium and think the fun things for them, since we can't travel anywhere. Or I shouldn't say we can't. I always say we can't. You can travel. It's just up to your discretion whether you should or shouldn't. And we just decided not to, because we're doing things to the house anyway, that we decided we're going to take them to the zoo. And I mean, not the local zoo like we normally go to, but I mean the big zoo. So we want to go to the Philadelphia Zoo and the aquarium. And we're debating on whether taking them to a museum in Philly, like the Smithsonian Museum or the Natural Science Museum, I think it's called. Franklin Institute, maybe. I can't remember. It's been so long since we've taken our kids to those places. So you have to buy your tickets online for specific slot times, to kind of control it. So we have to look into that to see where exactly we're going to take them. We want them to have fun and enjoy their spring break, even though their spring break is not a full week. My kids are only off for 4 days because we started school late due to the pandemic. So we will be going to school towards the end of the week. So it's not like I'm having a whole full week to myself, off without school, which kind of bums me out. But I'm just going to put leftover here so I don't look shiny. I'd rather it be this way anyway, because spring break is always cold, than to be out of school super late. So I did speak to you guys last week about me starting to work out. You guys gave me great suggestions. I think a lot of you had mentioned chit, some sort of workout. I forget what it was. I did check her out. She's a lot of fun. And as I was doing my research on what to do, because I told you guys I can't do the gym and just do lifting and figure it out on my own on these machines. That's not my style. I need direction. I need motivation. I need somebody to tell me, all right, like a trainer, basically a one-on-one trainer to tell me, all right, you got to do this Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday you do this, Thursday you rest, whatever the case may be. So I kept looking, and I ended up, I didn't fall for it, you guys, but this is the first time where I actually fall for something on an Instagram ad, which I didn't think I would ever do. But I already was following Holly Dolk, I think her name is. I was already doing her workouts and stuff. And I came across a program that she had, and it was super cheap. It was under $40, and she gave you all these workouts every day, and then you're able to join a private Facebook group for motivation. So I ended up purchasing it, and you guys, it's been the best thing. This is what I needed for myself. I needed somebody to tell me, all right, today these are the workouts, you're gonna do it with me. And then tomorrow, this is the workouts you're gonna do. Every day it's something. It's like a pre-made program she has for a survey that I did of what exactly it is that I want to do, as far as like where I want to be. So it's been working out like wonderfully for me. I am on day 13, I think, at this point while I'm filming this for you guys. I haven't missed a day. And the reason why I love this program too is because she works the crap out of you, but you're only doing it for a maximum of 15-20 minutes, you guys. I can't afford to be exercising for 30 plus minutes. Like, not in this point in my life where I have all 3 kids at home, I have virtual learning to do, I still have my daily life to deal with, and I don't have the option of going to the gym because one, it's just too much money for how much I'm going to use it for, because I'm not there to use everything. So this just worked out so well for me. Worked out so well. So I'm very, very excited. I'm loving the workouts. I'm going to put it to you guys this way. I've never owned a scale until 2018. I've never ever stepped on a scale unless I was at a doctor's office, because I always knew they were toxic. I would hear the stories of individuals struggling with this, the number situation. So the only reason why we bought a scale is because we needed to weigh our luggage when we were traveling to Florida. So that's the only reason why we bought a scale. And I kept telling myself, oh, well, let me just see how much I weigh. Well, I fell down that hole. So the battery died, and I was happy it died, and then I stopped weighing myself. And then I realized that measuring your body is a lot smarter mentally and physically to track your progress than actually weighing yourself, because I could be losing inches, but I still could weigh the same because I'm building muscle. And again, I'm not somebody who has worked out all their lives or needed to do. I've always been the type that moves a lot. So I never really had to exercise until I quit my job, because now I'm at home all the time. So I've learned that like measuring yourself is a lot better. I've actually lost, and I think an inch in the 12 days. I've lost inches, like at least 1.5 inch all over my body, which is awesome. I could tell that my clothing is fitting a lot better. My bras aren't as tight, which is nice. My stomach is not as bloated as it used to because I changed the way I was eating. I'm still eating, like, you guys, I'm not starving myself. I'm still enjoying foods, but it's controlled. And I've changed the kind. Like, for instance, I no longer just eat regular chocolate. I have my dark chocolate, which still satisfies my sweet taste, but I'm not like indulging in it. So it's just all self-control. And like I told you guys in the last update, I've always had really good relationship with food. So for me to cut down certain foods or switch to certain way of eating, I have no problem with that. I am more concerned about how my clothes fit me, and I've been doing really good. It's been working out for me. It's not easy. I don't think any of this is easy. I'm not taking the easy way out where I'm just starving myself or getting rid of certain foods because I'm trying to go faster. I'm not trying to make this a fast thing. By the time that I reach my goal weight or like goal that I want, it'll probably be next year, which I'm okay with, because I've never felt I have felt so good. I'm sleeping so much better. I'm not waking up in the middle of the night, sitting there for 2 hours, staring at the ceiling like I am knocked out, which it feels so good, even though I'm tired in the mornings, but it feels so good to actually sleep throughout the night. It feels good to work out. It took me a very, very long time to get into the rhythm of it, because I'm like, oh, do I really? But I have to film, but I have to edit. And I'm like, no, Alex, I do it when my youngest naps, and then my other two, I allow them to get on their iPads at that time. So that gives me a 2-hour gap at most. So what I do is I take 20 minutes to do my workout, and then the rest of the time I either film, edit my video, set up for a new video. So it still gives me enough time because my workouts are not so long. And when I first started out the workouts, holy cow, was I out of shape. I was out of shape. And now I am so much better. I feel like I have a lot of energy. I am just so happy. Like my mental state feels so much better. I hear all these stories like, yeah, working out makes you feel good physically, mentally. And I'm like, yeah. It really does. It really, really does. I am so happy that I pushed myself to do this. Mr. Man is super happy because now he has like a work buddy. So now when he actually physically goes to the gym, I work out. So he is excited, and he's always been somebody who eats well. We don't eat fast food because of him. Like, it's very rare for us to go out and eat fast food unless it's Chick-fil-A. But we always get like the grilled chicken and stuff. Oh yeah, you guys, these are so dried out. Ugh, I hate these. Anyway, so he gets excited now because I'm eating a lot healthier with him. So he's not on his own anymore. Not that I ate bad, it's just I wasn't careful about what I ate because I'm like, yeah, whatever. So it's going to be a journey. It's going to be for the long haul. I'm not expecting this to be an overnight transition, whatever. But, you know, it's getting me through being home still, and my mental state is where I'm happy. It's a lot better. I don't feel like I'm always in a bad mood or like miserable because I'm stuck at home all the time, or I'm not able to go anywhere and get exercise done like I can do it at home. And it's a one-time deal. I have these exercises for the rest of my life. And the Facebook group, you guys, it's so motivating. People are so nice. Nobody's there to judge you. Nobody's there to criticize you if you post any photos of your transformation of your body. People are helping you out with meal plans and what to eat that's healthier, what snacks to have. If some people can't even do certain exercises, what they can do instead. Like, I mean, it is a very, very healthy group of people to be around. And I'm so glad that I did it. I'm so glad that I bought it. Never thought I would do this, but I did. It's amazing though. It's amazing. I opened up a Facebook page just for this. Like, I didn't have one before. I had one when my son needed it for school, but then I did without it, and now because of this, I opened up a Facebook just for this page. Not to be socializing with anyone, because I think Facebook is toxic too, but just for the sake of this group, and I'm so glad I did. Because I watch, you know, I'm learning what's a good meal to have, what side dishes, how to prep certain meals, what people have for breakfast, what people do if they can't do a certain exercise. So it's great. It's good to have a group of people around you that are good motivators. And Mr. Man's amazing. So he's always worked out all his life. Like, the man never stops running. The man never stops going to the gym unless he can't because of what happened. But he would work out at home. We always bicycle. We're a very active family, so it helps. But I myself got lazy last summer, and it was because of everything happening in the world. It took a toll on my life, and I noticed it, and that's when I started to gain a little bit more. It was last summer. Last summer did it for me, but not anymore. I'm taking control. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. Mind over matter. We got this. So that's basically what's happening in my life. Oh, you guys, I just finished watching a series on Netflix. My sister got me hooked. It's called Reign. It has to do with Queen Mary of Scots and Queen Elizabeth of England. My goodness. How much do I appreciate being a woman now than I did then? How brutal. And goodness gracious, God forbid you do something wrong in life. Like, people now get a slap in the wrist versus back in those days when you used to get beheaded for lying or for being manipulated to do something, and then you get in trouble for it. It's like, wow. It was a good series. I finished it. I was kind of sad though because they kind of rushed the end because the season got canceled originally. So like the last 3 episodes was very rushed. But I like those kind of series where it tells you the story of like back in the day, how life would be about real people, but they put it into a series. It's very interesting. Kind of reminded me of a soap opera, but with olden times, basically. All right, you guys, let me just put an inner corner highlight. This was not the look I was going for today, but I have people coming over today because of housework. So I'm by myself today. Mr. Man had to go to work, like I said. So I'm on my own. This was a pretty palette. Like, I've always liked this palette. First time using it. That's what this series will be about. First time use of palettes, because I have so many palettes that I haven't even used up, but it was very nice. Let me put up my hair real quick, because, yeah, this is already dried out. So I'm already done that. That's a very dried out mascara. That took me a while. Let me go get a hair thing so then we can finish this off. All right, ponytail it is for the day, you guys. It's 3rd day hair. I really don't feel like messing with it. And let's put on our lip highlight. I love this. This I love. Look, you could tell that I love it. It's like my favorite. It's so comfy and moisturizing. It's Neutrogena's Color Stick in Almond Nude. Look, it's like my lips, but better. I love this. This is my 2nd tube of this, you guys. One of the few lip products I can say that I will buy over and over and over and over. Definitely. It's just so easy to use. I might pan it. Look how much I have left. So I can get a new one. Because I love it. Yeah, that's it. All right, you guys. That is it. That's all I had to say today. Thank you guys for joining me on this Saturday. If you're watching it on a Saturday. If not, if you're watching it on a Sunday. Happy weekend, basically. I am going to try to get another one in the month of April because I want to, keep you guys in the loop of my life, basically, what it is that I'm doing, how I'm doing. I know a lot of you guys thanked me last time for speaking up, talking about what I'm going through because you guys can relate. You guys gave me pointers. You gave me tips and tricks, pointing me in the right direction where I needed to go. So I appreciate it. So I thank you guys. Thank you for joining me. I'm sorry I'm a little bit lethargic. It's probably, what time is it? It is 6:49 in the morning. So I did my whole entire face in less than an hour, which was nice. It was nice. You guys can see, like, I have nothing here. So, yeah. Let me know if you guys know anything about this too. What can I do about that, please? Because it's driving me crazy and you can really see it in the sunlight. Not digging it. All right, you guys. I'm going to go because now I'm going to do my little quick devotion, my Bible study that I do in the morning before the kids get up. And then I have to do the day because I'm by myself, so it's going to be hectic this morning. So thank you guys so much for watching. I'll put videos over here for your enjoyment. Have a great weekend if you're watching this during the weekend. Thank you guys for understanding what I was trying to say during this video. Hopefully I wasn't all over the place, I haven't had anything to eat or drink yet, so we're going to get there. I will see you guys on Monday with a new video. Until then, adios.